Welcome back guys. So I have some bad news. The development for Skyline Switch Android emulator has been ceased. This is a message posted by Mark, Skyline developer on Skyline's Discord server, explaining the entire situation. Development has been ceased in response to Nintendo issuing a DMC takedown notice against Lockpick RCM, which is an open source software available on GitHub that allows users to dump Switch prod keys from their own Switch consoles. The prod key is required to run games on Switch emulators like Skyline, Yuzu and Ryujinx. It's basically similar to the BIOS file that is required to run PlayStation 2 games on emulators like PC SS2 and Ether SS2. According to Nintendo, RCM circumvents their copy protection TPMs and therefore violates their copyright. Due to this, Skyline team found itself potentially violating Nintendo's copyright by continuing to develop their project by dumping keys from their own Nintendo Switch consoles. Without the prod key, you won't be able to run games on Skyline. The risks associated with the potential legal case are too high for them to ignore. They have discussed this issue internally before coming to this decision. As of now, Nintendo has not taken any action against Team Skyline. They only went after RCM, and this takedown will most likely come into effect on Monday. Skyline team thanked the community for their continuous support. Here they have mentioned that the project is entirely legal and they won't be taking down the repository. It will be made read only. Even the builds will be available. They won't be taking them down. In addition, all incomplete source code for Textman and NNVK will be made public. As far as I know, in a lot of Skyline Switch Android emulator games, cutscenes and text were not rendered properly. These features were planned to be released in the future in order to fix these issues. Does not seem to be the case now. I'm not surprised at this at all. Nintendo is known for their hatred towards the emulation community. Big corporations really don't like emulation. Just a couple of weeks ago, I reported about Microsoft taking down emulators on Xbox in retail mode. A couple of months ago, I reported about YouTube taking down emulation related gameplay videos. Not only this, they even handed out warnings or community guidelines strike to content creators. This is the reason why I don't upload emulation related gameplay videos anymore. Here, Skyline team has also provided an FAQ answering most of the queries. Can you not use an alternative to Lockpick to get around this? No, it's not possible. Any software dumping Switch prod key violates Nintendo's copyright. Does this affect other projects like Yuzu and Ryujinx? Entirely up to them. We'll see what happens to them. What are you going to work on next? Mark and Bylaws are going to work on another project on Android that they suspect will interest many Skyline users. It's actually related to Windows games running on Android. What will happen to Skyline server? At the moment, not much will change. They'll be making no access support or any other channels directly involved with Skyline read only and later permanently archiving them. Any showcase or discussion of Skyline running commercial games are also no longer permitted. Should I stick around? The same server will be used for their next project. So yeah, you can stick around. I was previously subscribed to Edge and I want a refund for the last month. You can just DM them on Patreon for a full refund for any payments made last month. What if the takedown isn't legitimate? It might cause them to reconsider resuming the development of Skyline. Fake takedown cases against emulator developers are nothing new. In the past, Sony tried taking out the developers of Bleem PlayStation 1 emulator. Sony lost the case in the court, but in the end, Bleem developers ended up being bankrupt due to the high litigation fee. Big corporations have billions of dollars. It's not easy to fight against them. This is probably why Skyline developers took this decision. Now uploading emulation related gameplays on YouTube has also become very difficult. Even if you own the games but show the gameplays running on an emulator, YouTube can remove these videos and hand out community guidelines strike to you. Yes, you heard it right. It does not matter whether you own the game or not. Legally dump the games. YouTube can randomly remove any such video. A lot of small-time content creators have been facing this issue in the last few months. Even I made a video about it. Did not receive a lot of support, but I can understand. Not a big channel after all. So do let me know in the comment section what you think about Team Skyline's decision. I'll end the video here guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.